Hi, this is Kelsey Bremer, and this is my EDL854 Module 11 presentation for gifts to students or staff. In terms of fundraising incentive gifts for students, these should be given only to students who participated in the fundraising event. If it was for a specific group, or club or team, just gifts should be given to the students who participated for that group or club. Gifts should always be age appropriate and should be purchased using funds raised from the event. It is important that these gifts always be reasonable in cost because it does come from the profit of the event. So you don't want to purchase gifts that take away from the overall profit in a large amount. As far as incentive gifts for staff, sometimes staff could be involved in a fundraising event, like in a competition type setting for who would raise the most money. And in this case, gifts may be given to a staff member if it was a project like that. And again, you should use funds from that come from the profit from the event, and these should remain at a reasonable cost. The recommendation from the text was no more than 5% of the total profit from the fundraising event. As far as gifts for special achievements for students or special occasion gifts for staff, for students, oftentimes buildings will have academic awards assemblies or athletic banquets where gifts are given in a commemorative type of environment. And in these cases, funds from the general fund should be used, or donations if it's an athletic banquet. Funds from the athletic fund would be appropriate. Again, these should be reasonably priced since district money is being used, and they should remain age appropriate. Special occasion gifts for staff can include major life events that staff experience that the school wishes to support them in. Some examples would be weddings, having a baby, and in my building, if it's the funeral of a staff member's family, we also provide flowers or a gift of some kind. These should be reasonably priced, and the funds are managed by the social committee in our building, who should follow written procedures, including the dollar limits for gifts and the types of appropriate gifts. For example, we have a dollar limit that we provide for all bridal showers, baby showers, funerals, and what type of gift we give for each of those occasions is already a set expectation. And we purchase these gifts through funds that are collected through our annual dues. So staff members contribute money to a social fund, and we use those funds to purchase special occasion gifts for staff, such as these. Occasionally, for all staff, they may receive gifts from administration or someone in the building. So these are considered token gifts that staff may receive throughout the year. An example would be gifts for staff appreciation or teacher appreciation week at the end of the school year. Oftentimes the whole staff will get a small token gift that week from either the district or the building administrator. Again, these should remain reasonable in cost, and it's recommended that staff-generated funds or donated funds are used. A good resource for this type of gift is the PTO chapter in our, or PTO organization in our building. General fund money can be used for inexpensive gifts, but typically money being spent from the general fund should be used to purchase gifts that benefit the entire school community, including students, and not just for staff gifts. These should be tangible items. It's important that money is not given as gifts, as these would, any money would be consideration of additional wages and would need to be taxed. And gift cards that can be turned in for cash also should be avoided. Sometimes, especially in the wake of a tragedy, special collections or fundraising projects are established to benefit someone going through a life crisis. If the school maintains the funds, if they go through the school bookkeeper, then these are considered taxable wages. So it's recommended that an organization such as PTO handles these funds and uses a local bank to handle the money so that it is not coming from the building. And then just to finish up, some special considerations when dealing with gifts for students and staff. It's important to be mindful of the public perception of how money is being spent. We know that there's a lot of media surrounding school budgets and how money is being spent in schools. So we don't want to give the perception that we're spending money recklessly and not putting it to good use where it's needed in the classrooms. There should be safeguards in place for who is handling the money and purchasing gifts. You don't want one person handling the money, purchasing gifts, doing all of it. It's just a good way for misuse of funds to occur. It's important to remember that gifts are considered items that can leave the school when the teacher leaves if they terminate their job and go elsewhere, whether that's through retirement or just leaving for a new position. A gift is not something that is required to stay in the building. They should not be misconstrued as additional wages in the case of money as gifts or gift cards that can be redeemed for cash. But gift certificates that must be used as a certificate can be considered an appropriate gift. Thank you.